We're here, bruh. We're here. We're here to expose. We're here to expose the New World Order. You thought it wasn't in your country. We're exposing that the New World Order is here in South Africa. We are going to go bang on the ass. We're going to go bang on the ass. Bang! We're exposing these devil worshipping cults and evil. We're exposing these people. They are here. They are here. They are the reason why your country is so corrupt. This is all part of the end times prophecy. This is part of the New World Order. And if you don't understand, this New World Order is going to put you and lock you up away forever and enslave you. So if we don't expose these guys now and show you exactly what they're doing in your country, you won't even know, and you won't understand exactly that the New World Order, a global network of secret societies and freemasons, etc., will actually destroy your life and keep you enslaved forever. Here we're gonna bust their asses. So let's go. Let's start with our first video, and then we'll read the text.
Hidden in a remote corner stands a quaint national monument, the Lodge de Goede Hoop. Inside, a temple reflecting the exact dimensions of the inner sanctum of King Solomon's temple. But what's the link to Parliament?
Representative government in South Africa was actually initiated, amongst others, by a lot of prominent Freemasons like Sir Christopher Brandt and Cecil John Rhodes and many others.
Representative Parliament, the building that is now our Parliament, was actually initiated by Freemasons, prominent Freemasons, including even Cecil John Rhodes, the genocidal maniac that was trying to enslave black people. You're wondering, like, I'm saying Freemasons want to enslave you, but you don't understand. You think they're not going to enslave you. Cecil John Rhodes was doing that quite efficiently when he created Rhodesia, when he was trying to enslave black people and try to turn African countries into colonies. It's right here in front of your face. There is no conspiracy. It's right here. Representative Parliament. The complex owes its origins to the Freemasons. So we know this country was just built upon, just like America was built upon and founded by Freemasons. And we can do videos on that later. I can show you the evidence for that later. But this is the evidence. So wake up. Let's go. I'm exposing them. Let's go.
Who later played a big role in the history of our country.
Nestled between the lodge and Taine's is another building, first owned by the Freemasons. This building, the Good Hope Chambers, not only housed the first representative government at the Cape, but it would later become the venue where the final draft of our democratic constitution would be negotiated.
The final draft of the democratic constitution. Sure. Do you contemplate how serious this is? The constitution of the country was now created and expanded upon in a Freemason hall, in a venue that is made of Freemasons, run by Freemasons, controlled by Freemasons. My guy, this is serious. This is serious. You want to know the New World Order? It's right here. It's right here. This is irrefutable proof. It explains why a lot of our politicians in the left groups, I'm not a leftist, but some of the times the leftists can say some stuff that's true. And when you look at the leftists in our country, for instance, in South Africa, with like the EFF and all the other parties, they're not pure leftists because there is an anti-colonial element, and that's a good thing because they're actually exposing what is going on in terms of state capture and white monopoly capital, and how white supremacists are still running the country, and how the Freemasons, other secret societies and people are actually still here and causing us strife and bullshit. So when they say things like, a state is captured, and they say things like, we can't trust the system because it's actually the Constitution, like now that we're exposing, was created by Freemasons. So it's not there to serve in the interests of black people. It's there to serve in the interests of this white supremacist secret society system. Because we didn't create it. Black people didn't create it. We didn't create it. The black community didn't create it. So we're showing you that this system is a prison for you. It's a prison for your mind. It's a prison for your soul, your body, etc. And it's a secret society orchestrated, basically. Yeah.
This and all the adjacent land houses our parliament, thanks to the group still meeting inside the lodge. Rich in symbolism, it reflects the pillars of wisdom, strength, and beauty, and the tools of its forebearers, the stonemasons. Their somewhat shady reputation.
Somewhat shady reputation. Yeah, I can see why they say there's somewhat shady reputation, because here this is a fucking skull. So you remind me something. You need to be a fraternity of peace and love and brotherly love and kindness, and then you have skulls somewhere in your facility, and then also you have to be secret because we're just doing God's will, God's work. It's God's plan. It's God's plan. We just have to have skulls lying around in our halls, and we just have to be such good people that we need to be secret. We can't be open about our plans and what we're doing. We just have to be secret. And in other people's videos, you can check online. You can check out so many videos and how people expose the Freemasons, what they're actually doing, and understand that they are a fraternity of darkness and that they are an evil brotherhood. You can go and understand all these things by checking out other videos. You don't only have to see what I'm posting, but there are other videos that can basically expose to you and expand upon it and show you that these people, they're no joke. They have a mission to subjugate people. So here we go.
Locally, the Masons believe came from their fierce rivalry with the Broederbond. They insist their teachings are aimed at liberty and equality for all and creating honorable men.
Be teaching them some of the fundamental principles of how you should behave ethically, how you should apply your morality. We would encourage their family values.
There is no such thing. You don't hide it. You don't have a secret society if you want family values, dude. Who are you trying to fool? Oh my god. Some bullshit. Let's go. They talk about another secret society that were in fierce competition with Afrikaner Broederbond. So let's go. Let's expose the white supremacist, white monopoly capital secret society system that black people are subjugated to. Let's go. The Afrikaner Broederbond, meaning Afrikaner Brotherhood, was a secret, exclusively Afrikaner Calvinist male organization in South Africa dedicated to the advancement of Afrikaner interests. It was founded by H.J. Klopper, H.W. van der Merwe, D.H.C. du Plessis, and Reverend Joshua Noorder in 1918, and is known as Young South Africa, until 1920, when it became the Broederbond. Its large influence within South African political and social life came to a climax with the rise of apartheid, which was largely designed and implemented by Broederbond members. I hope you got that. It was largely designed and implemented by Broederbond members. So it's for you. It's right there. It's right there for you, my guy. Apartheid was created and planned so long ago by secret societies that were in competition with each other. Even the Freemasons had plans. They were probably even working together. We don't know that. We don't know whether they weren't collaborating together, or maybe the members were the same or whatever. Maybe people you can be in two secret societies. You don't need to only be in one. So here it says between 1948 and 1994, many prominent figures of South African political life, including all leaders of the government, were members of the Afrikaner Broederbond. It's shocking. It's shocking. It's shocking. Are people even aware of this? Do people even care? Do you even care that your life is being partitioned? Your country is being partitioned. People are taking your country. They're subdividing it. They're putting a title deed there. They're taking what belongs to you. They're taking what belongs to you. They're taking what belongs to you and your family. Black people, which anyway, because this land is and does belong to black people. They're taking your land from the black community, and they're now owning your future. Because if you don't own your future, if you don't own your land, if you don't own the basics, then you own nothing. You have nothing. Most of the companies black people don't own. So we show you, it goes to show you this whole thing is orchestrated. This whole inequality is a system that has been predicated and based upon hate and has been there for quite some time and has been planned by groups that you wouldn't even know about unless someone told you, and they have an agenda and they are real. So let's go. What do these people say here? One person here says it was the group Afrikaner Broederbond was described later as an inner sanctum, an immense informal network of influence, and by Jan Smuts as a dangerous, cunning, political fascist organization. So you all know what fascists want. We all know about World War II. There is no one who doesn't know about that. So we know what fascists want. They're systemically evil and racist. So let's look at the capture. Let's look at the state capture. Look at the organizations here now with Broederbond credentials. ABSA, one of the biggest banks in the country, formed by an amalgamation of United Allied Trust and Volksglas banks, the latter of which was established by the Broederbond in 1934 and whose chairman was also elected the Broederbond chairman at the time. ADS, formerly Altec Defense System, because of course you have to have guns if you're a cunning fascist organization. Remgro, formerly Rembrandt Limited, former holding company of Volksglas. Former holding company of Volksglas, yeah. So that's also another big company. Companies probably still exist today. We know ABSA exists today. It's still there. And lastly, we're going to cover some of the notable key members. Professor Tienes Rox Botha, former and last rector of the Rans Afrikaner Universiteit. Ransa Afrikaanse Universiteit. I'm not sure which university that is. I know this one here, over here, H.P. Tom, historian and former rector of Stellenbosch University. We know Stellenbosch University. There was another time where we had fees must fall. There's other times where we had protests against the language being removed because we wanted to decolonize the language because people were still being forced to be taught in Afrikaans. So these things are all related. There's nothing that is happening on the current political scene that doesn't involve an aspect of understanding now what these Freemasons and these Broederbond members were doing and how it has affected the country. D.F. Milan, former Prime Minister. Jeff of Wood, former Prime Minister. J.G. Stratham, former Prime Minister. A lot of former Prime Ministers. B.J. Forster, former Prime Minister and State President. Pik Botha, former Minister of Foreign Affairs. H.B. Tom, historian and former rector of Stellenbosch University, as I mentioned. P.W. Botha, former Minister of Defense and Prime Minister. Anton Rupert, a billionaire, notable billionaire. Everybody knows this guy. I mean, Martinus van Schalkwyk, Nico Smith, F.W. de Klerk, one of the former presidents, and a person who we know is still shaking hands with our current presidents and some of our current leaders, and still is quite a notable guy and a friend of them. So we can see their influence and their reach is deep. They are reaching deep into the pockets of the state. They're reaching deep into the institutions of the state. This is entrenched. If you're well aware of this, you can understand that the powers that be have kept you in this system for a reason. So there needs to be change. There needs to be governments that come in that actually care about black people, like Pan-African movements, etc., workers' movements, etc. And preferably, they need to come in and get rid of this constitution that is anyways written by Freemasons. They need to get rid because it won't allow you. For instance, when they say they can't expropriate the land and give the land back to its rightful owners, that becomes a problem because the Constitution doesn't allow it. But it was written by the white supremacist colonial system. It's written by the colonial system. So you understand that the trap was there even before you tried to get yourself free from it. The trap was always there. So we need a new movement, a new organization that must come in and rectify the injustices of the past and actually give black people their chance to get to the top, which anyway they deserve because it's their land, and the black community understands this. So we will understand that in order to be free, we need to expose and get awareness to as many black people as possible what is actually going on, so they understand that this is a system of racism and that we should not support it and that we should actually fight against it. Yeah, so that's basically my video. It was just a quick video exposing these people. Everything I'm saying is factual. You can Google it. You can fact check. This is the New World Order. You can do more research on it and what the Satanist groups are doing, how they operate, and some of the things they're involved in, and the rituals and practices. This is all there. So keep at it. Keep your researching, and we'll see you next time.